welcome back. Thanks so much. We are very honored to have Bo and James McGarry here, and they're here to talk about the Middle Eastern War Memorial and Monument Fundraiser. Now, you had an event last weekend, is that right?
We did.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Really well. I was approached by some people that wanted to have us come down there and get some money raised. So nothing has been, I went down to the square a time or two and looked at the memorials that were there, and nothing had been put up there for, from Iraq. And
right.
With the passing of my son, just brought back things that, things that we need to get done for all these fallen heroes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they are, as heroes. They put their life on the line, and
exactly.
It's, we need to do something here so they're never forgotten.
So the monument, that's where the concept of the monument came from.
Exactly.
Sure. And then you're going to have an upcoming fundraiser, is that right, to help raise money? Or how are you going to perpetuate money?
Well, what we've got, some of the businesses around town is we've got little jugs there that they can donate to, or they can go to First Federal Bank, any First Federal in Harrison, and they can donate to the cause. And when this first started out, I didn't mean for it to go this way, but when it first started out, I was just I didn't know how to go about it, so I went in.
Well, you don't do it every day, so.
Well,
exactly.
Right. It's but we want to do something special for all the fallen troops. But what we did, James and I went into First Federal and set up an account to get a memorial made for all the fallen soldiers. One of the myths out there is they think this. Some of the people think this memorial is just for Clay or Afghanistan. But it's not.
Okay.
This goes back from Desert Storm, because there's nothing down there. Not one soldier is more important than the other. They all sacrificed their life.
Exactly.
So we have to go back to Desert Storm and just get this thing done. That's the least we can do.
Do you have a visualization of what it's going to look like?
We do not yet. We've got a few different plans we're making up, which we'll take in front of the board, and because I want the community to be involved in them. They're the ones that have giving so much, to help us out. So I just think that they should have a say-so also. I mean, it's.
Well, what we're trying to do is I'll have a couple of different sketches of something that we've talked about. But the reason we'd really like to do it is since the community's really helped raising all the funds, we'd like the community to maybe have a choice on picking it. So if we can get enough sketches together, some ideas from the community, then maybe put it in the paper and do a voting
on it or something.
And that way the community feels that it's not just for the fallen soldiers, it's the community's monument that we built together.
I like that.
And the reason he said a lot of people thought it was for Clay, well, when me and him first set it up, we didn't know what kind of account to set it up, so we put it under his name.
Right.
And but we've handed that account over, and the account's going over well from the last auction.
Good.
And there'll be another auction October 16th.
Okay, tell us about that.
That's going to start around 10:30 a.m. It's going to be before the Operation Give Back concert that's also on October 16th. The auction is going to have much more than I even know about right now because people are donating. There is a 97 Camaro T-top that's going to be in it. Some tools, a lot of gift certificates, including one for chiropractor. I know a lot of people probably need that. I could probably use that one, but it should be pretty good. We've also stressed out that we were going to do a bake sale. We don't know how it's going to go, but anybody that wants to bring a cake or something,
that
the 16th,
same date, October 16th. Okay.
Then we were going to say somewhere around 2 or something. We try to auction them off. I mean, no matter what the stuff brings, it's closer than what we were.
Where will all this take place?
I believe in front of the Lyric Street there. They're going to close that off. And one thing I want to say here is we've been so overwhelmed by the community, the outpour of getting this done. Everybody has just been overwhelming with us, you know, trying to get this done. Like I said, it's not, when we refer back here, it's not for just Clay. It's for, they're all heroes, every one of them. But we got Brian Schooley, this has kind of put this together at the Lyric. We will have a surprise guest there. Bo Jenkins and Chain Gang Band will be playing, and I believe it's the Black Crows.
Thunder Crow.
The Thunder Crows, excuse me. Sorry, guys.
Black Crows are here? No.
Yeah. And Cody Slaughter will be
Cody
there.
Slaughter.
Awesome.
A lot of people excited about that.
I was going to say, he always draws a great crowd.
Oh,
And
yeah,
is the
he's-
concert in the Lyric?
Yes,
Yeah.
it will
Okay.
be in the
I
Lyric.
met Cody. He's a good guy. He's definitely, he was very up to it. So
Yeah, and Mike Yarbrough, you know, he's having
You bet.
he's having the hot rod deal here, and it's
Right. In the proceeds from something going for the monument?
sure.
Okay.
So much of it's going to the monument. I'm not sure exactly how that's, you know, how much of it is,
Right.
but every penny counts, you know, and that's the thing about it. We have to have quite a bit of money to get this thing built.
Do you know what the total
the
amount
total?
is for what the monument's
I'm
going to
shooting.
cost?
I do not.
Okay.
I had heard that the last monument was around $20,000 that
Okay.
got built. I do know that we have raised so far a little over $10,000.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's every event that we do here, every dime of it on our part goes to the memorial. And when James and I set up the account, it was in mine and his name at First Federal. And after the first week, I think it was up like $265, and I went down there and took it out of our name because I didn't want people to think, well, you know, and you'll get that.
Well,
you're going to get
No
that
matter what.
anyways. Yeah.
Right. It was every dime spent where it's supposed to go. So
Absolutely.
we took that all out of our names, and First Federal and has been really great about it. And we got another gentleman that's taking care of it. And that way, I can't even call in and see how much money's in there, which, you know, that's fine with me.
what is the account under now?
It's
under Specialist Clayton Dwayne McGarrow.
under Specialist Clayton McGarrett, but you can go and First Federal recognizes any memorial check. They know what it's going for.
Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
it can all be cashed under that. And even when we started the account, it got so much attention so fast. We weren't sure if, real big companies would even get involved, corporate companies and large checks. We know the monument, with the price it's going to be, couldn't be built overnight. And
Right.
we even thought it would take a lot longer than what it's the money for what the community has given us without any big corporate sponsors yet. We're blessed. I mean, it's the best little big small town I think around.
bet.
And we do need to hear from the corporate. Step in and help us out here. Anything you can do, we appreciate. It's all for everyone, actually. It's not just for Boone County, but even though it's the Boone County Memorial, but it's for all the fallen soldiers that gave their life for us to sit here to do what we're doing and live our everyday life.
There needs to be some kind of iconic symbol for my children and my children's children to go back and to see and touch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
To make it all real.
And there's another thing that I spoke about earlier. Clay passed away on the 4th of July. And I know that a lot of the other soldiers didn't get the attention that he got. And I know that some of the people feelings were kind of hurt because they didn't get the exposure that Clay got. And the only thing I can say about that is, you know, he passed away on the 4th of July. You know, if it would have been the 3rd or the 5th, it would have been probably a different thing, you know, with the way the people stepped up. But but like I said, it's for all the fallen soldiers, and it goes all the way back to Iraq, and not one soldier will be forgotten from Boone County. That's the main thing. And one more thing that I wanted to do is, after Judge Moore and the mayor made the proclamation of making the 4th of July Clayton Dwayne McGarrett Day, I would like, I know I'm kind of pushing the envelope here a little bit, but with your children and your grandchildren, as they get older, they'll wonder who Clayton was and why the day was named after him. What I would like to see done is, where we have the fireworks set off at, is have some kind of little memorial plaque there with his name on it, and that way they'll realize why it's important to have his name there and why it was named after him, being on the 4th of July.
Well, we sometimes forget what Independence Day is all about anyway.
Well,
exactly.
We really never stepped up, and that's including myself, until I lost my brother. I didn't recognize supporting the troops as much as I should have, and even with that, as he said with the 4th of July, well, everything happens for a reason. And I believe really in my heart that he died on the 4th, maybe to open up Harrison and say, hey, it's time to start recognizing all the soldiers. Brian, he got more attention probably than most soldiers were in the past before Clay. And it's not just really about the attention, it's about just giving them, you know, the respect. They went over there, they gave their life. Don't be scared for everybody in Harrison to put up an American flag in your front yard.
Sometimes it takes a tragic event to open eyes.
Right.
Well, it's a message that needs to be told, and we want to plead to our viewers out there that this monument's going to happen, and it's going to happen with your support, and we want you to contact which bank now?
First Federal.
First Federal Bank, and give accordingly if you can.
Is there any other way to contact anyone for questions or anything?
They can call. They can call me. They can call James. We've got a phone set up. It's mine is 715-9390.
Okay.
James is 715-9572.
Okay.
If there's anything, you know, if this auction coming up, if there's anything like that they'd like to donate, you know.
Awesome.
We raised right at $6,400, I believe, with the last auction. Now that was me and a lot of people traveling, getting as many donations from businesses. Well, businesses can only do so much around a small community. So what we're doing is we've got people calling in saying, hey, I've got a washer and dryer that I don't use anymore. Well, if it brought $5 even, like we said, it's $5 closer. So if there's anybody that's got anything, if they want to call me, I'll come get one of my box trucks and I'll come pick it up for you for free.
Okay.
To help out.
And this auction is when now? October 16th?
The 16th. Yes, it'll be the 16th, and the streets will be closed off. There'll be barbecue going on that day, so there'll be plenty to eat there. And I believe after the concert, some of the guys are going to come out. We've got a big trailer there. They're going to set up the band there, and I think have a live dance outside. Oh, cool. Yeah. So it's going to be quite the event for outside to get the community in with this here, you know, and they're all part of it. So come on down and do your part, you know. That's all I can really say on that. It's we need your help. We definitely need your help.
Bo, James, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for relaying this message out to our viewers and filling in some of the gaps that I'm sure that there have been questions about.
Sure, and thanks for inviting us.
Well, you're very welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you.
Up next, we're going to be talking with Barry and Amy Johnson.
No, Amy's not
well,
here.
she'll be here in spirit. But anyway, Horseshoe Bend Canyon Ranch, and we'll be talking to Barry. Stay with us.